to the breakfast show on our TV, and we are on to the first sit down for the day. Now it's about to get really hot in the studio because I'm surrounded by hot men. Now today we're going into the business of filmmaking. We are talking Nollywood, and I have here the producer, director, and the cast member of the movie OJUKOKORO. OJUKOKORO, you guys are welcome.
Thank you.
Like, I don't know. I'm like, I want to say Seun hi, and I want to say Dare hi, and I want to say hey hi, and all of that. Who do I concentrate on? Why so hard? It's so good to have you guys in the studio. So we are talking OJUKOKORO today. First time I saw the trailer for the movie. Nice one, by the way. Who cut the trailer? Who put it together?
One of my editors called Seun Ajayi. That's the trailer I believe we just played. Yeah.
Okay. Nice one. Okay, so why OJUKOKORO? Let's talk about the title.
Okay. When I wrote the movie, this was during, I don't remember if you remember, there was the time during 2014, it looked like Nigeria was going to shut down because there was no petrol. And it seemed like everything was going haywire. And I was thinking, wouldn't it be nice to have a story that talked about how greed affected the Nigerian consciousness, and it would be nice to also set it in the petrol station because that is the motive of our country, which is oil. So those two things together, and we're able to come out with this.
Nice. Okay, let's go back a little bit to how movie making started. You guys are brothers, yeah?
Yes.
So whose idea was it to go into movie making?
What was the idea?
It was your idea. Okay, so take us through it. You are?
Yeah, he's the older brother.
Okay, so take us through it. And now you convinced him to be part of the business as well.
I went to university for economics and business, and for my last project we were meant to write a paper on an emerging industry in the world, and I chose Nollywood because I was from Nigeria, and that is something I thought had a possibility to do better. So I wrote the paper, I researched it for I think a semester. The paper was about 15-16 pages, and when I was done writing it, my professor really liked it and was like, if this thing sounds so lucrative, why don't you do it? And I'd never actually put those two thoughts together. And I was like, you know what? Let's see how possible that is. So I dropped my MBA ambitions, wrote applications into film school. My teachers helped, I got into, and that was the journey into this funny place that has got us here today.
Okay, so was it your first time producing anything? What was it like producing a movie? And
it was fun. It was a fun experience. I had fun. It was a great cast. Everybody was nice. It was just fun. Like everybody was young, excited. Just came out perfect. So
nice.
Excited for it. Yeah.
Seun, the actor leading man. I know there's always something that attracts an actor to a script. It could be the story sometimes, it could be the director, it could be for the money sometimes. So what was the attraction? What was that thing that made you say, okay, OJUKOKORO must be part of it?
I think first contact was a relationship. First contact was a relationship because I'm friends with one of the producers. Dare is not the only producer. I'm friends with one of the producers who also doubled as the director of photography. His name is Baba Agba. Believe it or not, that's his real name.
Wow. Baba the first name and Agba the last name. Okay.
And you know, he told me that he was making a film that he'd like me to be part of. So he sent me a script. And you know, the script was the second contact, and when I read it, I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
Okay, and then
that was my primary motivation. You know, it wasn't. I mean, money is good because you need some to survive, especially in today's Nigeria. But it was more the script than anything really. Past, you know, my relationship with Baba, and then I met Dare, and you know, another friend of mine produced the film as well.
Okay, so what was it like working with both of them? Did they give you stress? Did you have moments you walked out on set and you were like, I would never come back to this set?
No. Actually, there was no such drama. There was no such drama. The only thing that I can look back on and say, wow, you know, this was quite the experience, was the conditions on set. Because of where we were filming, we were filming in a remote place, at a petrol station. So there wasn't a lot of room to find a place to rest between scenes and all, you know. But we were there, and we were shooting quite a bit of distance from our hotel, you know. So we had to stand around during the sunny time, but it was fun to make. So we didn't feel it much.
Okay, so he has said his own part, his version of what happened. What was it like working with him? Was he like a diva on set?
No. Everyone on this set actually came with the A game. I mean, Wale Ojo has been acting for a long time in this industry, and Wale in this film rolls on the ground, is covered in dirt. Everyone was really about their craft when we came to this film, from everyone on the crew to the actors. There was no airs. Everyone just came ready to work, and it was beautiful to come with that sort of attitude, because it made everything very simple to relate to. And the actors had already done their homework, because most of them got the script a while before.
Before shoot.
So they had time to do the homework, and we had talked and researched what we wanted the characters to be like. So when we got there, it was just a matter of just work. We didn't really have to find anything on set.
Okay, so let's talk about the story, the scripting and all of that. Whose idea was it?
I wrote the script too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so everything is pretty much me.
Right. So what message were you trying to pass across with the story?
In the story, the name of the film is called OJUKOKORO.
Greed, yeah.
And like I said, this is a problem that affects us in every facet of life in Nigeria. I recently went on a flight, and as they were checking my bag, the guy said, "Okay, anything for boys." This is a part. This is something that everywhere you go in Nigeria you deal with, and I think it's a really big hindrance in our ability to move forward as a society.
Yeah.
Because if everyone keeps expecting more than what they work, it's impossible to get proper work done.
Yeah.
So in this film, the moral, I guess, is everyone who wants more than they deserve gets what is coming to them.
Basically.
Okay, dokie, guys. You can be a part of the segment by calling on 0700 00728 0814 0000283 and 284. So much hotness in the city. Like, I feel hot. Okay, now let's talk. You had like quite a number of notable names, big actors, Wale Ojo, Seun Ajayi, Tope Tedela. What was it like putting them together? I know how stressful it could be calling an actor, and they'll be giving you, I'm on this set now, just send the script, you can read them first. If I feel I will call you back. So what was it like putting them together, all of them? Producer? Yes.
Co-producer?
Niyi's a co-producer.
He's a
Babagba.
Let him speak for himself and Babagba.
Well, I called a few actors up, and I mean, it didn't seem like a problem. They are ready before, like, ages before, right? So like they already knew what was coming. They already expected this. So it was easy, and it was just moving along. Yeah.
So OJUKOKORO premiered at Afrif last year. What was the reception like from the audience?
It was awesome. It was a great reception.
I'll tell you to action.
I'll ask the actor. Yes.
Will lie.
Yeah. Because you tell, of course, it was good. Your film. Huh? What was it like, Shil?
I tell you, it was buzzing. First of all, the hall filled out very quickly for OJUKOKORO, because it was anticipated and all, and then people stayed. They stayed because they wanted to see what happened. The way the film is written as a big puzzle that excites you as it builds up.
Okay.
And this is why I got attached to the project. So I mean, seeing it come alive was very exciting for me, and I did really love the character that I played. So I saw people fall in love with all of the elements, the banter, the dialogue within the characters, the way that the actors brought those characters to life. Like you said, people like Wale Ojo really committed. So, at the end of the movie, people were really, really excited about what's going to happen. And they really liked it. I'm not like, people walked up to me and said, "We love this movie. We love it." People after the film, for about at least an hour, people were outside. People were in the reception area, and where the well, they sell the popcorn and all, they were still talking about it.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, so I had like a little discussion with a friend this morning, and they were like, how do you measure the success of a movie? What are the things you have to see for you to say, oh, this is a good movie, or this is a successful movie?
I think the primary thing is, you know, any story is not appreciated on the full level until it gets to the people who the story is to be told to. Do you get? So if an audience who the film is made for likes the film, then you're good. I don't remember who made this quote. It says, films are made for audiences and not for critics. Yes, critics could give you a pass back, or they could say that your film really sucks. But at the end of the day, if you made a film for the audience, if the audience loves it, and you're in the black.
How do you measure the success of a movie?
When people pay me.
What? So it's about the money, really.
I'm just playing.
It's about the movie, right?
I'm just playing. I mean, the success of a movie, I want to make movies that affect the popular culture, movies that transcend the movie itself. Like, we all know characters like Papa Jasko. These are names that stick with you after long they stop showing. I want to make movies that transcend the thing they were in. I want the people in this movie, the characters in this movie, to become parts of like Nigerian culture. Then I feel like I've made it. Probably,
Okay, so earlier on the show, he said something, and I'm going to talk about it. He said that the idea is to go to Hollywood, and I hear that a lot. Is it that there's something lacking in Nollywood? Because every filmmaker in Nollywood goes, Hollywood is the plan. When I do this, I'm going to go to Hollywood. What do you think is lacking? What do you think is that thing that we have to put in place to ensure that this movie industry is one that people would love to be associated with and would want to stay in and die in, like, figuratively?
Can I say something?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so I think the Hollywood reference is mostly points at just becoming international. Not exactly going into the Hollywood system and moving to LA and then, you know, well, that's the way I see it. I see it as being able to work on an international platform. And, you know, Hollywood usually is the reference. Do you get? Because that's the biggest international film. It's the biggest international film industry. Well, I mean, a wise person once said to me that if you do something that you cannot export, and don't do it. If you do something you can't export, don't do it. So if we're making movies, we want to be able to make movies for the world from Nigeria. And then when we do it from Nigeria, people all over the world want us to tell a story as well. So that's the reference. Well, that's the way I see it. As far as making Nollywood what would attract other people, that's what it is. If we make international work, people would want to be more associated with Nigeria, the Nigerian film industry, or Nollywood as we call it. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. That's nice.
I couldn't put it better.
So but it was your question, because you said Hollywood and all of that.
Like I said, and everything is about exporting culture. Like the culture of America is here. We're all wearing jeans. Look at my fine shoes. I want to export Nigerian culture, and the only way I know to do that currently is through the biggest markets in the world, like Seun said, which is Hollywood.
Okay, as the producer and director of OJUKOKORO, what are the plans you have? What do you want to do with OJUKOKORO? When should we expect to see it in the cinemas? When should we expect to see it on all the TV stations, online TV stations, TV and all?
Currently, I can only talk about the cinema release. It will be released nationwide from March 17th.
Okay.
Everywhere, every cinema in the country. Please watch my movie.
Please watch OJUKOKORO.
So yeah, minus that, everything else will come out after that. Follow-up plans.
Okay, so producer, what should we expect from you? Like future plans, future goals, and all of that?
Work on more projects. This is first project, really good. Work on more bigger projects, better projects, and from there we see where the world takes us.
Okay, how do people hit you up on social media?
You can follow me on Darthcoal, DARTHCOAL. You can follow OJUKOKORO on OJUKOKORO Movie. on
Okay.
Twitter and all social media handles.
Same for both of you.
Almighty Sode.
Okay.
You can reach me on. You can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at _Seun Ajayi. Seun Ajayi, SEUNAJAYI as one word. That's on Twitter and on Instagram. On Facebook, you can go to my official page, Seun Ajayi Official. Follow me on there. Let's talk about good stuff.
I remember the first time I met Seun, his voice, I was somewhere at a reading and then I was like, whose voice is that? So Seun, you're going to do something. You're going to take us out now. Okay. Coming up next is entertainment news and then it's going to come up after this break. So I want you to tell them to stay tuned and keep it locked down because entertainment news is coming up next. Now.
Hi guys, stay tuned because the entertainment news comes up right after the break.
So you guys, we'll be right back with entertainment news.
Thank you, sir.